friends, welcome back. Are you able to understand English speakers? You know English, you know words, you know grammar, you can read, you can write, but when it comes to speaking, you can't speak in English. In this video lesson, I will share with you some reasons why you can't speak in English. Together, we'll also go through, fix those reasons why you can't speak in English by using and sharing some tips to help you speak English confidently and, most importantly, change your mindset. Change your mind, change the way you think about learning and improving your English so that you can speak English fluently and with total confidence. Friends, there are probably many reasons why you feel like you can't speak English. I've chosen some reasons many of you have told me in the past, but I would love to hear from you now today. Tell me in the comments below this video, why do you think you can't speak English? Add in as much detail so that I can help you out in the next video lessons. Now friends, you have everything you need right now to be able to speak in English, but you simply don't know it. By you watching this video lesson, I am assuming that you are an intermediate to an advanced English learner, as you probably can understand 50 to 80% of what I'm saying, and I'm speaking in English. I'm teaching you the English language in English. So you already know some words. You already know phrasal verbs, idioms, expressions. You can understand this. You have this information somewhere in your mind, but you don't know how to use it when you have to speak in English. The first main reason is that you feel shy, as English is your second language and you're simply shy and scared to start speaking in English. You're shy and scared because maybe people will laugh at you, they'll make fun of your accent, maybe you'll use the wrong word, you'll use the wrong grammatical structure, but you're simply scared for some unknown reason. But maybe you're not scared, maybe when you do have to speak in English, you simply forget everything you know. You get so frightened by the moment that you forget the words, you forget the phrases, you're simply lost. You don't know how to use and remember those words, everything you've learned in the past. Then maybe you get really angry because you've been studying English for a while, you know that you can understand when you're watching TV shows and movies, but you just get frustrated with yourself because when you have to speak, you simply can't. Then most likely you simply give up. You think English isn't for me, I can't speak in English, it's not something that I can do, and you just stop learning. You stop focusing on improving your English on a daily basis, you give up. Friends, if you found yourself in these reasons, you're not alone. Many English learners, many foreign language learners feel the same. I felt the same in the past, and there are things you can do to improve your confidence speaking in English and simply speak in English. Now, the first thing that you can do if you feel shy and if you feel scared to speak in English, what I want you to do is to understand. Change the way that you think and perceive English and speaking in English. Friends, if you're able to speak a second language, you're richer, you're smarter because you are able to speak to many other English people or many other people in a second language. You're talented as you know another skill. Instead of worrying about what people will think, about your accent, about pronunciation, even forgetting words, give yourself a pat on the back and say, hey, this is a skill, it's a life skill that I'm developing and it will enable me to speak to other people, maybe even apply for jobs, move abroad. Try to perceive speaking in English as a good thing, something that will be better for you in the long term. This will help you to stop being shy and just simply boost your confidence and be more confident when you do have to speak with other people. Another great way to improve your confidence is to speak in front of a mirror. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I recently started speaking in front of a mirror and it's a little bit nerve-wracking. You know, when you're standing in front of the mirror and you're talking to yourself, it can be a little bit awkward, strange. But if you do this regularly, you'll become more comfortable with yourself speaking in front of a mirror, and then when you do have to speak with other people, you will feel more confident as you've practiced this by yourself. Now you may be wondering, what do you speak about with yourself in front of a mirror? You could speak about anything. You could speak about your day, you could talk about what you did yesterday, what you're going to do in the future, you could talk about what you need to do for that day, where you need to go, what you want to do, anything. Just speak. Make it a habit to speak in front of the mirror to boost your confidence so that, if you're comfortable with yourself, you will be more comfortable speaking to other people. Now, this will also help you to remember new words, grammar, phrases, and everything that you forget when you do have to speak in English. Remember at the beginning of this video lesson, I did say that consistency is key. When I say consistency, I mean that you need to be practicing and using your English every single day. Now, speaking in front of a mirror will help you remember, help you use. You'll be thinking, okay, how do I say this? How do I say that? What word do I need to use? And you are training your brain to consistently think of those words, grammatical structures, and most importantly, use them in spoken form. By doing this in front of a mirror, you'll see, okay, how awkward do I look? Do I look comfortable? And in time, you will give yourself feedback and you will see that it will become more natural and you'll feel more comfortable speaking to yourself, remembering those words, and most importantly, speaking in English. Now, if you're struggling to find sentences or things to talk about to yourself in front of a mirror, what you could do is create role play situations. So pretend role play situations, they could be maybe job interviews, maybe having a coffee with a friend, maybe you're waiting at a hotel reception, maybe you're on the phone. Role play different situations you may find yourself in the future. Do this in front of a mirror if you have nobody to speak to, and try to pretend that, okay, put yourself in one role, in the other role, and be like, okay, hello Adriana, how are you today? Pretend we're doing a telephone call. I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Bob? Mimic, copy, create role play situations in your head. Be creative. This will help you better prepare for future situations you may find yourself in, and so that you can remember those words, grammatical phrases you do need to use when speaking in English. Now, to really be improving your English, you do need to get regular feedback. You can, yes, get feedback from a teacher, but you can also get feedback from other people and from yourself. Let's begin by looking at getting feedback from yourself. One way you can get feedback from yourself on your speaking skills is by applying the shadowing technique. If you don't know what the shadowing technique is, please watch the video in the description below this video. Talk all about the shadowing technique, what it is, how you can apply it, and why it's so important for you. So basically a shadowing technique is when you copy, you hear something and you copy exactly what that speaker is saying. Shadowing will help you start. Just simply hearing, you don't need to think about anything, you're just repeating, saying those words out loud. You're making English, speaking in English, a habit. One thing you can be doing by applying the shadowing technique is recording your voice. So while you are copying somebody else, you're saying exactly what they're saying out loud, what you can do is record. Record yourself saying, speaking in English, and then listen. Listen to yourself speaking in English and compare. Compare what you said to that English speaker. Pay attention to any pronunciation mistakes. Pay attention to intonation. Pay attention to connected speech. By comparing, you are giving yourself feedback. You will see what mistakes you are making and what you need to work on. Friends, please do note that mistakes, they're not bad. Mistakes are great actually for you, especially when you're speaking in English. Make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and make sure to be consistently working on improving your mistakes. Now, speaking independently by yourself is also great, but it's also good to be putting yourself out there. Put yourself out there in awkward situations, be that online and offline, with other English speakers. Find people to speak to in English. Whenever I say this, a lot of people say, but I don't have anybody to speak to in English. Friends, you're watching this video lesson. I'm posting this on YouTube. You're watching me teach you in English, and you are able to find an English speaking partner or somebody to speak to in English. Search in Facebook groups, search in forums, find people who are speaking in English, speaking about topics you are genuinely interested in, and create connections with English speakers. By speaking to other people, you will see that, okay, everything that you've practiced before in front of the mirror, by yourself, in role play situations, you will see if you are improving. If you can not forget those words or phrases, everything you've practiced, and if that person is truly able to understand everything you are saying. You will be able to know if that person is able to understand you if you are able to keep the conversation going. Friends, all of these ways, these tips, you can start improving your English speaking skills are great. You can use and apply on a daily basis, but they're pointless and useless if you're thinking negatively. It's very important for you to change your mindset, change the way you perceive and think learning is all about. Friends, if you go in negatively, for example, a lot of you are asking me this question, well, telling me this statement, I can't speak in English. This is a very negative statement. Be more optimistic. Say, I want to be able to speak in English. I'm struggling to speak in English, but I will be able to improve it in 2 weeks. Think positively. Instead of thinking negatively that you can't, think, I will improve my English. I want to improve my English. I will do something to improve my English. This way you'll be more ready to practice on a daily basis. Also friends, if you are watching this video lesson and if you are able to understand 50 to 80% of this lesson, you should feel very proud of your level of English. I am speaking now at my natural pace, or maybe I am adjusting a little bit, but basically I'm speaking in English and you should be proud that you are able to understand native English speakers. Now, if you do struggle speaking in English, understand that even native English speakers make mistakes. I've probably made heaps of mistakes, but be proud of the knowledge that you have at the moment and be proud of your progress over time. There are many people out there that don't speak 2 or 3 languages. Do understand that it is a skill to be able to speak 2 or more languages. Also understand that mistakes are not bad. We learn from our mistakes. Actually, I encourage you to go out there to make more mistakes, to even embarrass yourself a little bit in conversations, but don't do this repetitively. Do learn from your mistakes, understand that, okay, made this mistake, this was a consequence of this mistake, and in the future, I will not do that again. Mistakes are actually crucial and very important for you to learn, improve, and develop as an English speaker. Also, finally, I do recommend that you never compare. Never compare your speaking skills to somebody else. There are many English speakers in English-speaking countries with accents, with different pronunciation, with different word choice. Everybody is different. Everybody expresses themselves differently. And this is fantastic. This is the beauty of any language of communication. Do not compare yourself to other English learners. Be happy. Only compare your progress from yesterday to today to tomorrow, okay? Don't compare yourself to other people, but do compare how you are learning, improving, and developing. There you have it, friends. I hope these reasons, tips, and mindsets will help you to finally be able to speak in English confidently and fluently. Remember, friends, to join the discussion in the comments below this video and tell me exactly why do you think you can't speak in English. The more detail that you add in will help me better help you in future video lessons. Now friends, if you like this video lesson, make sure to like it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get future video lessons I post here on my YouTube channel, and be a good friend. Help your friends learning English by sharing this video lesson with them. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the comments below this video. Bye for now.